Let me start, General Bostick, about the Missouri River Recovery Program. Currently in the budget, well, let me just start with this question. Do you agree that the #1 priority for the Army Corps of Engineers is flood management?
Senator, I would say the #1 priority is the protection of life, and some of that will be in flood management, some of it will be in other areas, but protection of life and safety and risk management.
Well, and I'm not aware of where there is a significant risk to life in terms of the Army Corps' responsibilities, aside from flooding, which is obviously very important to my state and all of the people who live along the Missouri and Mississippi rivers. And obviously, protection of property comes in behind protection of life. So I guess I am, and maybe this is something you can explain, and if you can't today, I will look forward to a follow-up. In the Missouri River Recovery Program right now, in the budget, there is $5 million for flood management and north of $70 million for habitat. And that discrepancy, that disparity in terms of the priorities of the Army Corps is like fingernails on a blackboard to most Missouri's families, particularly those who live and have land along our great rivers. And I would like you to comment on that, and if you believe that is an appropriate disparity between flood management and habitat, or whether you think that is out of whack, because I guarantee you that's what most of the folks I work for think.
Senator, if confirmed, I'd have to follow up with you on the details of the flood management and how that varies with the habitat. What I will say is that the Corps has done extensive studies into what happened this last year with the floods, particularly along the Missouri, made an assessment. There was a lot of damage that was done, and the Congress appropriated $1.7 billion in the supplemental. I don't know how much of that will break down in terms of repairing the systems in the Missouri, but I know that the Corps is committed to repairing those as quickly as possible, and if confirmed, I'll look into the specifics of the issue that you brought up here today.
Well, I'm confident that you will be confirmed, and I will look forward to some time with you to talk about that discrepancy. I can assure you that the members of the Missouri delegation that represent our state here, along with the other senators along the Missouri River, and by the way, the interesting thing along the Missouri River, I don't know what it is about the water of the Missouri, but almost every state in the Missouri River Basin has one Republican and one Democrat representing them in the United States Senate. It is a very bipartisan group, this Missouri River Working Group, that Senator Blunt and I, along with Senator Conrad and Hoeven, have gotten started. And we are now, rather than working north versus south, which, as you may know, the historic fight has been, navigation and irrigation up north, versus recreation and irrigation up north versus navigation down south. We are now singing Kumbaya. We have joined hands and are united for flood control. And I think you will hit a real brick wall if there continues to be that kind of discrepancy in terms of the priority of funding going forward. Birds Point was blown, as you know. Now we've switched over to the Mississippi. It was very controversial. All of us opposed the blowing of Birds Point. It was at 62.5 feet before it was blown. So far, the Army Corps has only rebuilt it to 55. I need a commitment from you today, General, or as soon as you can give it to me, if you're not comfortable giving it today, that it will get rebuilt to 62.
Senator, if confirmed, you have my commitment that I will work with the Corps of Engineers and ensure that they work as quickly as possible using the funds appropriated by the Congress to do the repairs that are necessary.
Well, that's a great answer, except it wasn't the answer I was looking for. I need to know from you, and I need to know before my vote on you, whether or not you will make the commitment that what the Army Corps blew up, they will put back to the way it was before they blew it up. And that will be one I will not be able to wait until your confirmation on. I need to know before your confirmation your feelings about that levee being built back up to the place it was before the Army Corps decided to blow it. That will be important to me.